everyone, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Carl.
And this is Flying Flushkey.
And we can you and me together. And we can you and me forever.
Welcome to part 2. We are in Winnipeg's Union Station and waiting to get on the second part of our adventure with Via Rail.
We've got 2 more nights on the train. I mean, it's only about 10 o'clock in the evening now. So I think you can call it like a day and a half. So we'll be overnight tonight, 1 full day overnight, and then in theory getting in at 2 p.m. to Toronto. This train has arrived on time as opposed to ours.
Which was 4 hours late arriving.
And it just proves you just never know. If a freight train decides to roll on through, you sit and wait.
Yeah.
The thing we're doing differently for this leg is that we are taking our luggage on board with us because it took about half an hour to get the bags last time. And actually we realized we can still pack little bags to have on board, but just get the other ones in that storage space and not touch them.
Yeah, the storage space is quite high up, not that accessible, but there is space to store other bits and bobs underneath.
Well, this is a very nice welcome. We have our beds down and our chocolate on the pillow. It was a beautiful sunny morning, and so after a lovely breakfast, we went to sit upstairs in the Skyline car and enjoy the views for a bit. We were lucky enough to be up there when train number 1, one of the Via Rail Canadians going the other way, went past. Let's take a stroll through the train, and we're going to show you some of the special cars that they have here on the Via Rail Canadian that you can spend a bit of time in during your trip. Let's start with one of the sleeper cars. Most of these are set up in exactly the same way or quite similar. We've got a couple of bathrooms either side here. Interestingly, in some there's ladies on one side and gents on the other, and the only difference that I can tell is that the ladies side has a bit of extra room and like a seat and a mirror so you can do your makeup. These are the berths. So in the daytime you've got a couple of seats facing each other, and then at night this top section comes down and the bottom slides together to be a bed. This is quite similar to like a Thai train. These are really wide seats, so actually you get a lot of room. If you want to travel with someone you know, you've got this whole section. If you want to save a bit of money, pick 2 opposite upper berths, and then at least you sat across the aisle from each other. This is getting turned down from night to day, so you can see that some of the curtains are still up. These are lovely thick weighted curtains, and they have magnetic snaps, so you can shut out the world. At the end of each car is a shower room, where you've got a bit of room to get ready, get changed, and then the shower is pretty spacious as well. Carl used it, he said it was decent. The only thing is that you do have to keep pressing the button. Apparently they didn't used to have that, and someone flooded the carriage, so that's very understandable. Coming down this way, we're going past all the sleeper cabins for 2. If you do want a bit of extra space and you're booking early, ask for F, which is at that end and has like that much extra space, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're on a small train, it makes a big difference. The last section is the sleeper cabins for 1, or if you're used to Amtrak, the roomettes. None of these are empty, so we can't really poke our heads in, but we did find one on the last train. You get a bed that you can actually control yourself, which is quite nice. You can bring it down from the top. Then it runs along the window, so you get a lovely picture view out. You can nap, you can watch the stars at night. And there is a toilet in these, but it's kind of maybe only for emergencies, and they do have like a chair across it, so you can just use it as a footstool or another chair. It's kind of a good design, but I don't know if I'd want to use the toilet that's centimeters from my head. What is very useful though is they also have 2 plugs in their rooms, so it's just like we do, and a sink. This is the vestibule. Unlike many other trains, you can't get anywhere near the doors, and you're not really allowed to wait in here for anything, which does prevent the dodgy smokers. This is the Skyline car, which is kind of part dome, part chill out area. It's got the stairs. So as you can see, this is up above the main level of the train, giving you a lovely view all around. This Skyline dome has a couple of tables for 4 at the front, which the one at the back does not. So actually, if you're traveling in a group, this is much better. On each of the seats in here, you're going to get a tray table with a couple of different sizes of cup holder. Ooh, hasn't been oiled since 50. Seat back pocket, which I haven't seen anyone use for anything, and a footrest, so they're nice and comfy. When you click it up, I don't know if the mic will pick it up. Very satisfying. I love the retro design of these chairs and this staircase, which is so 50s diner. I can't stand it. You cut around a couple of kind of kitchen galley areas down here and then pop back up into the other half of the Skyline car. Here you're going to find a whiteboard with all of the activities for the day. This is definitely the busiest one we've seen, presumably because it's the last day on the train for a lot of people. At the moment, we have the legendary documentary on in the background on the TV. Later, there's talks, bingo, canapes, wine tasting. We might pretend we didn't go to the first one. And then a movie. Oh no, Shrek's really winning. Let's not have that. All day in here, you're going to find snacks, mostly like biscuits, Oreos, and fruit. And there is a tea, coffee, hot chocolate station in here that, again, is free all day. I've been living on train coffee. In here, there's a selection of board games and puzzles, cards, things like that to entertain yourself. And I've just seen a little library. So, you could bring an iPad, or if you want to go old school, there's lots of alternatives.
Number of route modifications. These changes finally ended the train relinquishes.
This next car is the dining car. It's currently a lunchtime service, so we can't really film as we go through. There we go, we found some tables that are set up but don't have anyone on them yet. So this is our setup for lunchtime. There are 3 courses at lunch and 4 at dinner. And weirdly, we keep ending up in these comfy booths, which I heard were just for prestige, but obviously we look prestige. Moving towards the back, and we come to the Chateau car. All the Chateau cars are prestige, and that is the highest level of service here on board, and they're all named after a famous French Canadian. This one is Cadillac, which I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was a car. And the one on the previous train was Luzerne. As you can see, it's got like fancy padded walls. And each of the prestige cabins, unlike ours, locks from both sides, and you get like a hotel-style key card to buzz your way in. Now you can really tell it's getting fancy. Electric doors. The final prestige car is called the Park car. There's only a few rooms on this corridor, and then it heads into the bar. This is the Park car bar, where you can come and purchase a drink if you're in sleeper cabin, or you can just have a drink if you're in prestige, because that's all included. Throughout the day, again, here there are snacks on the bar, so you're never going to get hungry. Although why you would with a huge breakfast, lunch and dinner, I don't know. I think they're all named after national parks. So the one on our last train was Glacier Park. A little easier to pronounce, probably. The lounge up here is quite busy at the moment. I guess it's more tempting to come up here and have a drink now than it was at 7 in the morning when I got it nice and empty. So I might pop that nice and empty shot in here now. But nice to know it's getting used. Again, in here you're going to get your tea or coffee. There's actually loads of tea selection, which I quite like. And then these are hot chocolates. It is a little harder to get a cold drink on board. It is only really water when it's not breakfast time. You can have soft drinks during dinner. But if, like Carl, you don't really like a hot drink, it can be a bit of a struggle. This is the other dome car on board. It's just like the first one. The only thing is it doesn't have the tables at the front. And these first 3 rows are reserved for prestige passengers only. So we better get going. So that's it. We're at the very back of the train. It's quite a nice view out of the back of the dome car here. I think a lot of people want to fight for the front row, but actually I quite like having this little corner to myself with a nice big wide view. All right, it's time for lunch. I removed all of my red onion. Very nice. Whether you like it or not. Cheesecake with carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. So used to that carrot cheesecake. So after playing bingo, where I won a round, we came back to the room. No, first we played some Uno with someone we met, and then we came back to the room for a bit of a chill out. We are just coming into a spot called Hornpain, a little community big for fishing and hunting here in Ontario. We've been stopped outside the station about 5-10 minutes. But when we get in, it's our only fresh air break today, so we'll get out and get some steps. Like, look at this guy just casually outside. And that guy. Walking around in the fresh air like it's no big deal. It's a bit wet and slushy on the platform. On the ground. Dirt. So we're putting my trainers and Carl's boots to the test a bit. We finally made it to the front of the train by coming all the way around through the car park. Oh, it was just revving up like it was preparing to leave us behind. Sure, Hornpain is lovely, but not where we want to be stuck. Look at these giant piles of snow. Like, I'm 5 foot, and these are, God, I'm gonna say like 9 foot. They're way above my head. Can you imagine how much has fallen over the winter? That this is just the last lot. But we took a little stroll up the hill. Get the steps in. I don't feel like there's a lot to see.
This is Hornpain is the geographical centre of Ontario, according to the sign that welcomes us to Hornpain. The geographic centre of Ontario being north 49 degrees, 15.672, west 84 degrees, 43.949.
Why don't we know how to read?
Is it feet or what?
No, it's degrees west, degrees.
Yeah, but then they're following the things. 15.672, and it's got a foot symbol, like the apostrophe.
Ah, does that mean north?
Of the 49th degree.
Guys, I feel really stupid. I don't know how to read coordinates. If you know, send me a link to something that'll explain it. Then we did the wine tasting, which was a blind wine tasting, so we had to guess which of the wines we were trying and match them up to a spot, like a
chart.
placemat thing.
Placemat.
I got 1.
I got 2
I'm embarrassed.
out of 3.
I'm an enthusiastic drinker, not an educated drinker.
All right, the big reveal. Number 1. Let's hope I have the right one. Yeah, wait, someone doing drum roll? Drum roll. Okay, it is. Can everyone read it? It is our Sauvignon Blanc.
It's the end of our last night on board.
We are yet again stuffed from dinner.
And a bit tipsy because of wine tasting and rum and more wine at dinner. We haven't really talked about the food today. How was lunch? We both had the burger. I thought it was a little dry, but they did give us mustard and sweet relish to put on, and I really like the sweet relish.
It was an open burger, so you could kind of make it your own way. Very Burger King.
I just threw all of my onion at Carl. He was really offended. And then it was dinner time. I had a pork loin, but it had a bone in it, which I didn't think pork loin had. Either way, it was mostly very good. I would say it was a touch on the dry side, but we were talking about it, and I think if you have a room full of people, to err on the side of caution and make it not pink is the way to go. But the spicy cranberry compote was very good.
And I had the vegetable lasagna, which was quite good, with a bit of broccoli and red pepper.
I don't think giving a train load of people cruciferous vegetables is a good idea. But then I get the chefs don't have to live in the room with us.
And we're getting off tomorrow anyway.
I have no room, but I have triple chocolate cheesecake.
With the Dutchies and
We went to the dome car to see if we could see any stars. It was still a bit too light, I would say, coming from downstairs.
Yeah,
You could see a couple.
At the back of it, you could see a little bit if you got your head right up against the glass, but not a great deal.
So we'll see when we turn the lights off tonight. I might have a quick nosy, but it's been too cloudy the rest of the time, so it's worth a try. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Good morning from the last day on the train. We've just had an announcement over the turnaway to say that we're actually running really early, so we are getting in about 11:30 in the morning, 11:30 into Toronto. So we've had to kind of scramble to go and get some brunch. So ultimate brunch, Carl's got berry pancakes. No, what are they called? Waffles with bacon, and I have got cannelloni pasta. Spinach and ricotta, no less. We are ending our journey where we began.
Up in the Skyline car, in fact.
Interestingly, she was saying about the Skyline car, which is the other dome in front, that they switched it round because it's more inviting to people who are coming in, have the stairs straight up, as opposed to this one where you walk into the lounge and then up, which I guess keeps it more exclusive because it's not so inviting.
It's a beautiful morning. We're now on the outskirts of Toronto, I think. Going through various towns around the outer edges of the Toronto area. Got about an hour left to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, we haven't done it all in one. But even if we did, I think the time's gone really fast.
Yeah, it's gone pretty fast. That's right. Even with delays, there have been plenty of things to do on the train, hasn't there? Bingo and talk, films, and puzzles and games. Food and food and food.
So much food. Every time we go for food, I say I'm not hungry, and then I eat it all.
We did discover by the end of the trip that you can ask for a doggy bag to take away the desserts, which are too big to eat in.
So I'm quite sad about all the half-eaten cheesecakes I've had to abandon, but at least I have most of the chocolate cakes from last night. So that'll be our first dinner in Toronto. Thanks for coming along on this Via Rail adventure with us. It's been epic.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching.
If you have and you'd like to see more content from us, then like, subscribe, and hit the ding. Hit the ding. It's a little bell.
I see a light, and we can